Hello, hello, and welcome back to the final episode of Frost and Flowers. So, we are back at the beginning of the game, but we are going to try to get Lithiel's route because we saw that unlocked in the last part. I'm very excited to do his route because I've been wanting to do his route since we did Keisha's. Like, listen, I love Keisha. I do. Um, I do think I enjoyed Keisha's route more than Soul's, but we'll talk more about that later. But I'm very excited to do Lithiel's because, yeah. But we're going to pick his piercing magenta eyes. So like, it did say that in order to get Lithiel's route, we have to go through Keisha's. So it's like a branch of Keisha's route. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna do this, and I'm going to skip until it comes to a part where it's different. You know. Um. Ask about his condition? I don't know. I think that's what I did last time. Oh, this is different. Now what to do? Paint the field of flowers. Look for inspiration in Keisha's tent. Okay, so I did see online that I need to select this option right here in order to get on the route. So I'm going to look for inspiration in Keisha's tent. I've seen some books and hanging plants in Keisha's tent. Maybe he wouldn't mind if I take a peek? I've always wondered what exactly Keisha is experimenting on. Wait, but it sounds like I'm snooping around without his permission. Maybe I should ask if he minds first. Elsa stood up and called Keisha's name, but the alchemist seemed too preoccupied with the flowers to notice her call. Oh, so in Keisha's route, we painted him, right? That was the moment in his route where I was like swooning. Listen, I love the fluffy things and like the way she painted him so beautifully surrounded by beautiful flowers. Like it gave me so many feels. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't disturb him. And he looks like someone who has never seen flowers before. I wonder what's up with that. Keisha wouldn't mind if I just sneak a peek, right? Curiosity getting the better of her, Alto opened the tent's flap and peeked inside. There really was nothing much inside the tent. It was almost bare, save for hanging herbs, a simple wooden desk, and a couple of books neatly arranged in a pile. For an alchemist, he sure has sparse equipment. Alto spotted some vials placed on the table and moved in closer to have a look. Each of the vials contained a different plant inside, and unfortunately, she could not recognize any of them. Don't worry, Keisha. I won't touch anything, I promise. I'm just looking for inspiration. But I won't lie, though. I am quite curious about Keisha's origins. Is he really an alchemist? What if he's been lying to me? Wait, now that I think of it, there are so many books but no quill or ink. These plants aren't labeled either. How is he researching without any writing utensils? Keisha forbid me to enter the tent while he's conducting experiments. Could it be that he was doing something else? What was that? A sound of something moving and brushing my skin. Alto looked to the left and right, but nothing seemed out of sight. Perhaps it was just my imagination? The flaps just closed by themselves? Alto felt something cold brush her cheeks. Is it Lithiel's soul? She spun around and lunged at the source, but all her hand caught was air. Show yourself! You're not scaring me! Alto stood still, waiting for the unknown to happen, but she only felt more frightened with every second that passed. I gotta get out of here. Alto rushed to the tent's entrance, but she clumsily tripped over the table, bringing both Keisha's vials and her body down at the same time. Oh, not the vials. For a moment, Alto thought she heard the faintest laugh, but she soon realized it was just the wind. Girl, no, it's not. It's Lithiel. He's coming. What was that? I can't believe that Keisha's tent is haunted. Yeah, it's haunted by a god of knowledge. I better tell him about it. Oh no, Keisha's vials. I heard a shattering sound when I fell, so I might have broke them. Dear, how will I explain this to Keisha? But at this point, I'm too scared to venture in there on my own, so yeah, best to come clean about it. Alto instantly ran to the fields to find Keisha. Get praying to be a victim of Lithiel's mischief. So, let me get this straight. You entered my tent without permission, knocked over my vials, and now you're saying that my tent is haunted? That's right. The flaps closed by itself, and I swear I heard a voice. That can't be. It must have been the wind. But you must be tired, Alto. I think you should go and get some rest. Maybe you're right. Perhaps it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. Anyway, I'm sorry for breaking your vials and entering your tent without asking you first. This is the third time you've apologized, Alto. Don't worry, I'm not angry. No, Keisha wouldn't be angry because he's a sweet, sweet bean. But don't go snooping around next time, alright? You're lucky that the vials fell weren't poisonous. If the vial with the black sycamores were to fall over, on the other hand, well, I don't think you'd want to know what will happen to you. Now come, let's eat dinner before it gets cold. Keisha had made a stew of herbs and roasted some boar meat, its fragrant aroma instantly making Alto's mouth water. Thanks for the meal, Keisha. Yum. Oh, it's delicious. I'm glad you like it. You can totally live as a top-tier cook, you know that, Keisha? I love Keisha. Keisha? Alto paused from her dinner and gazed at Keisha, who had grown awfully quiet. His lips were moving quietly, as if he were talking to somebody else. Keisha, are you all right? Huh? What is it, Alto? Oh, he's back to his normal self again. It's nothing. Keisha picked up his bowl and continued drinking the soup as if nothing happened. But Alto couldn't shake off the ominous sensation she felt. By the way, Alto, if you don't mind me asking... Yes? Can I ask why you were caught up in the execution? Of course, if you don't want to answer, that's fine too. No, I don't mind sharing. You saved my life after all. But I have to start from the beginning. Get ready, because Alto is going to tell you a long story. I'm all ears. Wait, excuse me, right here? The name thing, you can't see my cursor, but I'm circling it around his name. It says Lithiel. This isn't Keisha. Alright then, let me tell you about my two closest friends, Sol and Ellis. We grew up together, knew each other's parents, and had silly fights and childish quarrels. You know, like how friends always do. Oh, Lithiel's listening to her story. Oh, I'm already immersed in the feels, okay? Listen, I love these games so much. I love otome games so much. Sol's family came from a renowned family of respected knights, and they wanted him to follow his ancestors' footsteps, but, well, Sol being Sol... Alto shook her head, memories of the rebellious streaks coming back to her memory. He couldn't accept having his future controlled, kinda like me, honestly, and, we'd spend days running away from our duties together. Wait, now it's Keisha again. Sounds like you had a rebellious streak, too. I was the better one amongst the two of us, okay? Anyway, Ellis, on the other hand, she was always the level-headed one, keeping us away from trouble and making sure we're out of harm's way. She's smart, polite, beautiful, and strong. And she can even use magic. I dare say she's the best healer in Gaia. She was undoubtedly our village's pride and joy, and everyone's role model, too. She sounds like a great person. Of course she is, but Alto's grip on the mug tightened. One day, she disappeared suddenly. We suspect someone had kidnapped her for her healing capabilities. Inborn healers are a rare breed, after all. It has been 3 years since I last saw her. Without Ellis, the glue in our relationship, everything just fell apart. Nothing was ever the same without her. Sol and I swore to find her no matter what it took, but that was where we went our separate ways. I trained hard and joined the Sithanian Knights Scouting Division, hoping to attain a position high enough to collect as much information as possible about Ellis's whereabouts and warrant my own search party. I don't know what Sol is doing right now, but I know he's still searching for her. He wouldn't have broken our promise. So that was why you became a knight? All for her sake? Yes, everything was to find Ellis. Like, is he switching between Keisha and Lithiel right now? Or like maybe Lithiel's soul is kind of wandering about and, lingering? I don't know. But as for why the knights labeled me a criminal, she let out a heavy sigh as she recalled the dreaded memory. Do you know about the Chrismalia project? Keisha nodded hesitantly. Given how much of a hermit Keisha seems to be, I doubt he knows much about the project. The Chrismalia Project is an organization of scholars and mages from all over Gaia, whose research involves making magic accessible to everyone, even non-magic users. They truly have an honorable purpose, but unfortunately, many kingdoms are against their research, including Zithania. I suppose making magic accessible to everyone would only create chaos and destroy the Why can't I pronounce this word? Hierarchical. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I apologize for my incompetence. System that Zithania was built upon. That's why they're so against the project. You say Zithania Kingdom is in opposition to the project, but you seem to be an avid supporter of them, Alto. I suppose there's no hiding anything from you. You're right. Being a non-magic user myself, I see the allure of the project's goal and wish to support them in any way I can, but that will never happen, given that I've just blown up half their headquarters into smithereens. What? How did that happen? Commander tasked me to deliver a parcel to the Chrismalia Project's headquarters. That already sounds mighty suspicious. I was suspicious of it too at first, but he insisted that the parcel bore some good tidings, and I thought Zithania was finally taking a step to reconcile with the project. And so you went. But let me guess, the parcel definitely did not bear those good tidings and contained explosives instead. That obvious, huh? There's no other explanation for half of the headquarters' destruction, unless you had destroyed it with brute force. Now that I think about it, that might just be possible with your extraordinary strength. Hey, I'm not some brawny gorilla. Everyone loves to call her a gorilla. I know. I was just joking. But to have survived an explosion of that magnitude, You must be lucky to have escaped unscathed. Alto scratched her head. Honestly, I have no memories of surviving the explosion. As soon as I came to, I found myself at quite a distance from the explosion site. But yeah, now that I think of it, how did I survive? Maybe the gods were watching over you and decided to lend a hand. Oh my god. You mean Lithiel? Did he save her? Oh my god. Did he really? That would give me so much life. I can't, like, it's the little things that I enjoy, okay? I really love the fluffy little things, okay? The gods, huh? Alto gazed at the moonless sky, where the sky realm, the gods' dwelling, supposedly resided. Perhaps the gods did help me. She turned to Keisha. Or maybe they didn't. You did. And they imprisoned and nearly executed me to keep my mouth shut about the entire matter. You, a complete stranger, rescued me from my death. And for that, I can't thank you enough. So thank you, Keisha. I owe you my life. Why do you try to confuse me? Why are you trying to confuse me with this route? Like, I'm trying to get on Lithiel's route, not back on Keisha's. We all know I love Keisha. Alto's eyes welled in gratitude as she said that. Perhaps the gods did take notice of her and had sent someone to rescue her, a soft-spoken alchemist who brewed the best herbal teas. Is there anything I could help you with? Maybe I could be your assistant or your bodyguard or... Calm down, Alto. You've rescued me too, so you don't owe me anything. But I really want to help you. And besides, I have nowhere else to go. Oh. Wait, what? Are you sure? Keisha? Do forgive me. But if you insist, I do have something that I might need your assistance with. Oh, what is it? I need to deliver something to the Hoshira Desert. You see, but there's a possibility that I might encounter some wild beasts along the way. Yesterday you saw just how incapable I am of defeating those monsters by myself. I may need a hand in keeping me safe. Alright, I'll be your bodyguard then. I am an ex-knight after all. Alto pumped her fists into the air, excited at the prospect of a new journey with the alchemist. Thank you, Alto. But I need to be clear about one thing. Once you have accompanied me with the delivery, we will have to part ways. You are not to follow me afterwards. Is that clear? Alto's jovial mood immediately dampened after hearing Keisha's stern words. Huh? But why? I cannot let you accompany me for personal reasons. Personal reasons? What sort? I cannot tell you. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I suppose everyone has secrets they wish to hide, and that's just normal. Pushing him for answers would only make him feel uncomfortable, so I best save my curiosity for a later date. Alright, so where's our first stop, Keisha? Our first stop will be Elseth Port City. I need to restock on supplies, and is on the way to the delivery location in Hoshira Desert. Why do I keep doing that? It says desert. Why am I saying district? Elseth Port City, huh? Got it. I'll make sure no harm befalls you. Thank you. I'll be counting on you then. Keisha stood up. It's getting late. Make sure you're well rested for our journey tomorrow. I'll conduct one last test before I go to bed. All right. Good night, Keisha. Good night. Aw, I love that. Deep under the night's veil, when Alto was sound asleep outside, a flame continued to burn dimly in the alchemist's tent. Keisha was still awake, but he had long abandoned the apparatus of his experiments and was now sitting in the shadows. His increasingly creased brow indicated that he had been pondering over something for quite a while. He mumbled an incoherent string of words. They were too muffled for anyone to decipher. It looked as if he was talking to himself. A slithering sound, fleetingly mistaken as the wind's hiss, whizzed by his ears. Keisha sharpened his ears to sift someone's or something's voice from what others would consider white noise. She is quite the intriguing human, is she not? When she fell face flat from my small prank, I almost couldn't hold back my laughter. I knew you were behind this. Lithiel, stop scaring her. She's going to think I'm a poltergeist instead of an alchemist. But you're not exactly an alchemist either. I was one. But with the Chrismalia project holding your body hostage, you'll never be free to choose your destiny again. And that's why we need to end it faster. Still, is it really all right to bring her with us? I can't believe you're suggesting we involve an unrelated party in this plan. Because he thinks we're cute, that's why. Why not? She'll serve her purpose as bait. Ugh. This is why I didn't want her to come. We'll only be exposing her to needless danger. My body is a bit fragile, so having a bodyguard wouldn't be too bad. We'll just ditch her in Al-Sharan. Lithiel, whatever you say. They're not going to ditch her in Al-Sharan. Chapter 3, Al-Sharan City. If I can skip anything, I'm going to skip. Because it seems this is the same as the, as Keisha's route. So I'm going to go to the library. Skip, and we're going to read this one. This one. I think we have to read everything, right? Because last time I didn't read everything and I got a bad ending. Oh, it's okay. It's different now. Fine. Alto, are you alright? I'm fine. I would have given him a nice punch to the face if you hadn't interrupted me, though. Anyway, what were you doing earlier, leaving me alone like that? Keisha scratched the back of his neck, looking a bit bashful. Well, I, was fixing something. Okay, I can skip again. Chapter 4, The Truth Within the Mist. Okay, so it looks like I can't skip. Yes, I can. I thought I couldn't skip anymore, and that meant I was finally in the route, but I guess not. Here we go. It's her. The little girl who had quite a fall after I pranked her a bit. It's been a while since I had a test subject. Since Keisha has been taken away, maybe I can make good use of her. Well, I'll deal with you later. The man walked away from the site, traversing through the mists as if he knew the forest like the back of his hand. Okay, so I'm pretty sure what just happened, it's been a while since I did Keisha's route, okay? But, Keisha's soul got taken. And now Lithiel's soul is back in his original body. Okay, now he's gonna go into the... I skipped a little bit. But he's basically getting his library, or his underground, where he lives. The man retraced his route, returning to the site where Alto lay asleep. Here we go. He mustered all his strength to lift the unconscious girl in his arms, but his fragile body was incapable of doing so. Oh, you are heavy. In the end, the man settled on draping her across his shoulders, half carrying and half dragging her into the underground library. Oh my god. I just imagined he has her by her, like, her ankles, I guess, and then he's just dragging her across the forest floor. He could see fresh tears staining her small face, the injury she had sustained, and the sense of the unpleasant dream she was having. Oh yeah, so she had come across Soul, who had stolen Keisha's soul, right? So she's in a bit of a hard state right now. The girl stirred in her sleep. Why are you wasting your tears for someone you barely know anything about? I can never understand humans. Don't cry. Keisha is alive. You'll get to see him soon. If I manage to make it in time, that is. Chapter 5, The Exile God of Knowledge. I think this is new. This is the new chapter, is it? Or no, I can skip. Okay, so what do I do? How do I know? How do I know if I'm even on the right route right now? Genuinely. You're right, it's too dangerous. I'm willing to risk it? I've read all of this. Okay. Who exactly is Keisha? And Lithiel too, for that matter. What are you doing standing over there? What? Is it wrong to be standing? No. But you look so idle that it irritates me. If you have spare time, I'd appreciate it if you'd bring me that crucible over there. This crucible? Wait, do not touch it! Huh? On second thought, I don't think I need a clumsy person's help. Why don't you just sit there and stay still instead of roaming around aimlessly? There are a lot of sensitive equipment, and I wouldn't be surprised if you knock something over or get yourself killed. Hey, I am not that clumsy, says the human who tripped, fell, and broke some vials, all because of a little wind. How do you know about that? Oh, the look on your face when the tent's flaps closed. Wait, so you were responsible for that? Did you know how frightened I was? Good. It was just a harmless prank. I can't believe you. Alto moved towards Lithiel. Her fists? I'm sorry. Her fists clenched, but she failed to see a wrench lying on the ground. Hey, watch it. Ooh, did she fall into his arms? Aw. I thought she would fall and then he'd catch her in his arms and their hearts would go flutter. The wrench Alto stepped on caused her to fall backwards, crashing into a table of vials. They fell and broke, spilling and mixing their contents, causing an explosion that shook the underground library. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Ugh, seriously, you... Just when I thought you couldn't be any clumsier. Lithiel, you're injured. Alto noticed the burn on his bare arms, caused by a chemical that had splashed on him while he was shielding her. Of course he was shielding her. My heart. It's the simple things in life, okay? Oh, this... It should be fine. His wounds are... healing? I thought you couldn't use magic. I can't. But as long as my soul stays in this body cannot die. Wait, how does that work? Unlike your friend, who uses healing magic, this body is, placed under a curse, you can say. When I was banished from the Sky Realm, my flux capabilities were sealed, and all ties with the Sky Realm were severed. But even so, my body has not adjusted to Gaia's time. So, you mean your body still follows the time in the Sky Realm? I suppose so. I don't know how long it will take for my body to adjust to Gaia's time. But one day, in the future, my time will flow at the same rate as yours. So we can grow old together and live happily ever after? And I will be mortal and cease to exist too. Just like all of you puny humans. Lithiel. Maybe I misjudged him after all. Even though he's technically immortal now, disregarded his body to shield me from the explosion. Sorry, Lithiel, and thanks for saving me just now. You're right. I'll stay away from your experiments to avoid causing a ruckus. Actually, you're a craftswoman, aren't you? I can make use of your deft fingers. You'd let me help you? Really? Well, upon further consideration, it wouldn't be wise to let a wild monkey go unsupervised. Hey! But there are lots of dangerous equipment here. So you better not get out of my sight, okay? Ooh! He has that line, don't get out of my sight, stay by my side, don't leave my sight. I love it. Okay. Good girl. Okay. I'm sorry. What's wrong with me? Okay, listen. Listen. There's something about being called good girl that's... I'm sorry. Moving on. I need more time to think. What should I do next? Alright, read a book then. Skip. Skip. Alta was lying on the underground library's cold floor, staring at the open hatch that showed a glimpse of the night sky. 1,000 thoughts whirled in her head, and as she was slowly trying to untangle each one of them. So Keisha's body is actually Lithiel's body. Lithiel is the legendary exiled god of knowledge who was banished from the Sky Realm and was also the founder, or at least was the basis of the Chrismalia Project's research. After realizing that the project is doing more harm than good, he decided to stop it, yet the members turned their backs against him. He got locked in the project's headquarters for a very long time, and then somehow managed to form an alliance with Keisha, a sorcerer who was forced to serve under the Chrismalia Project. Keisha's body, however, was bound to the headquarters. He couldn't retaliate, nor could he step out of place because doing so would only kill him. And that's why Lithiel lent him his body. In exchange for borrowing his body, Keisha will help Lithiel in extracting his flux, a bit of his soul, to power a contraption that would destroy the foundation of the project's research and end it once and for all. Did I get that right? Now that I lay it out, it's not too confusing after all, but still, this comes as a shock to me. All I wanted to do was to get Ellis back. I didn't know I would be entangled in this whole mess. What to do? Hey, you're still up. Lithiel, how's your progress on that device to destroy the Chrismalia Project once and for all? The flux fuse? I'm almost done with it. Flux fuse, huh? That's what you call it? The alliteration sounds a bit unprofessional, though. No, Alto, we have to disagree there. I love alliteration. We love alliteration in this house. It makes things flow a lot easier. I haven't thought of a better name. Anyway, I'm going up for some fresh air. You can stay here if you like, but if you're bored, I'll go with you. I was scared to venture too far earlier, so I didn't get to explore the forest much. Come then. Alto quickly sat up, following Lithiel out of the underground library. Phew, nothing like a long night walk to ease my stiff shoulders. You sound like an old man. That's because I am. My body, on the other hand, will retain its youth. So, by the time you're an old hag with wrinkles and sagging skin, I'll still fresh and young. I could imagine in a few decades' time, you'll have brittle bones and struggle to stand up, while I'll do a somersault in front of you just to prove I'm superior. Oh, so you'll still be with us in a few decades' time, Lithiel? I see you. I see what you're saying. That's some active imagination you have there. And you really don't have to do a somersault just to prove that. But it must be lonely, living for thousands of years while watching the mortals around you die. Well, it just means I have more time to research this world I fought to live in. You wanted to stay in Gaia? But why? Compared to Gaia, the Sky Realm must have been a paradise. The Sky Realm? Paradise? Huh. Why didn't you like it there? It should be fun living with other gods, right? Looking at Gaia from above, exerting your authority only when you need to. You don't have to deal with us mortals either. That's exactly what makes it terrible to live in, don't you think? It's boring. Every day, it's the same old, same old. It felt like I was stuck in a time loop with no yesterday or tomorrow. With Kronos and Kairos governing the place, time stands still, and it always will. Kronos and Kairos, the god of time and goddess of chance. Everyone in Gaia has heard of them, of course, but I treated them as personas of myth. So, to know that someone had interacted with them personally is kind of... Nothing changes here. It's just boring. Hold up. Don't tell me you stirred up trouble just to get exiled. Oh, that's a wild guess, but bingo. I like Lithiel so much. I liked him in both of the other routes as well. I really enjoy him. No way. You actually staged a rebellion against other gods just so that you can leave the Sky Realm and stay in Gaia? Correction. I did not stage a rebellion against other gods. That is too much of a hassle. What did you do then? I just threatened to burn the sacred memoria. The sacred memoria? Basically, a very important book, storing the memories of Gaia. Big stuff, that one. You threatened to burn such an important book? No wonder you were exiled instantly. All according to plan. I don't even know what to say. Lithiel hummed happily and walked along, ignoring the look of disbelief on Alto's face. You know what? I'm glad that he's exiled. I don't know what Gaia will become if he was a god. So, did you regret your decision to stay in Gaia after causing this Chrysmalia crisis? No. Coming to Gaia was the best decision I ever made. Choosing to show my research to those kids, I did not regret doing that one bit. But what I regret is for not guiding them throughout the entire process. As soon as they grasped the knowledge I imparted, I left them to themselves and busied myself with other studies I found interesting. I forgot that humans change quickly, and in the end, it resulted in this. Lithiel. The other gods are chasing me because of this matter. They said if Gaia ends, then it's all gonna be my fault. How is it your fault? If the entire world falls just because of the Chrismalia project, then that just proves that the gods are so weak that they can't even interfere. You're not wrong. Gods don't exist in this world after all. What just happened? Oh shoot. I better shut my mouth before I reveal any more to you and jeopardize this world's order. Wait a moment. What do you mean that the gods don't exist in this world? Aren't you one? Were you lying then? Was that all a cheap trick to fool me to work for you? Whoa. Calm down, dearie. You look like a boar ready to charge at me. Lithiel, answer me. All right. Jeez. Of course, I wasn't lying. The Sky Realm exists, and its inhabitants exist. They are deities who oversee Gaia, that is true. But we weren't born as gods. We were humans once. Oh, humans. The gods, the very gods we worshipped, were human once? What does this mean? Press the issue, don't press further. Girl, press it! You're hiding something else, aren't you? I demand an explanation. Lithiel lightly touched Alto's cheeks. Alto recoiled at the contact. No, don't recoil. Lean into it. His fingertips are so cold. Unfortunately, I've blabbered more than I should. Perhaps as you travel Gaia, you'll find the truth on your own. For now, let's leave it as an unsolved mystery, alright? An unsolved mystery, huh? Anyway, I think I got my fill of refreshment for the night. Let's return. I still need to finish the flux fuse. Alright. But just remember, you won't weasel your way out so easily for your next blunder. I probably should keep my mouth shut next time. No, don't stop talking to me. Chapter 6, Beyond the Frost. Okay, I can skip. I actually wish he could teach me. I wouldn't mind being his apprentice. Being an ex-god's apprentice, imagine that. But having to drink Silverbloom soup every day is a deal breaker. There. Perfect. Now lie on it and steady your breathing. Alto did just that, but as Lithiel readied the apparatus around her, she could not help but feel restless. There was no way she could be calm. What if I don't have enough flux for the portal to work? What if the portal itself malfunctions? What if something goes horribly wrong and I lose my life? Lithiel paused from arranging his apparatus and turned to Alto, his expression unusually grim. Are you having second thoughts? Oh, I can skip this. Oh, he's close now. Too close. Tell me, Alto, why would you go all the way to help us out with this plan? It can't just be to find the healer. If it was, then you'd be with your bounty hunter friend. I was asking the same question I've asked myself. But deep down, I already know the answer. Why I'm ready to risk my life for this plan. It's for Keisha. It's for you. Lithiel, it's for you. It's for you, silly. I love it. I'm sorry. I'm so... 28 years old and I still fawn over these little things. I love it. I love romance stories. I love fluff. I love it so much. Put it in a game and heck yes. Did you lose some of your neurons or something? Hey, I mean it, you know. You're not a bad person. That's what I've gathered so far anyway. Where's his blushy face? I'm looking for where's the blush? That'll send me up to the moon, okay? We need to see the blushy face. I just want to help you end the Chrismalia project and find Ellis at the same time. But you... It wasn't just for Keisha? Of course, saving Keisha is important, but you are too. You may be an ex-god, but you can't do everything alone. So, I'll do what I can for you. Huh? For me? Wait, why do you look so confused? I was under the impression that you fancy Keisha. Huh? What? Why would you think that? So you don't? That's strange. We got his pouty face. Where's the blushy? I'm sorry. I'll stop doing that. Wait, so you fancy me then? What? No! How do you even reach that conclusion? I do, though. I do. She does. Okay? I just want to help you. Is that too difficult to understand? But risking your life for all of this. Come on, stop being so worried. This isn't like you. Let's open the portal now. I'm ready. And I have faith in you. All right. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. All right, Skip. They're going to open the portal. Lithiel suddenly lifted her arms and tossed her hair aside, frantically inspecting her body for any signs of injuries. Of course he is. He needs to make sure she's okay because he fancies her. What? He placed a hand on her forehead, checking her temperature, his finger on her neck to check for her pulse. Nothing? No signs of fatigue? No migraines? No missing body parts? Missing body parts? Lithiel grabbed her collar, trying to unbutton her vest before Alto smacked his face via reflex. Yeah, Lithiel probably doesn't understand what he's doing is, could be a bit, you know. No, of course she'd slap him. Ow! What was that for? Alto squirmed her way out of Lithiel's grasp, bewildered by the amount of indelicacy the so-called god of knowledge had. I love that he's the god of knowledge, but he knows absolutely nothing about, you know, women or romance or anything like that. Don't touch me, you pervert! Pervert? Me? Are you actually just suggesting that I have an interest in that human body of yours? Then what were you trying to do? I was just checking to see if you have all your organs intact. Oh, yeah, those organs? I've never extracted flux from a non-magic user before, so who knows what kind of effect it would have on you. What if some of your intestines are missing, huh? Huh? Have you ever thought of that with that puny mortal brain of yours? Anyway, make sure you ask for consent before you do that, okay? Consent! Alto looked away, her cheeks flushed red. What's wrong, me? I know that Lithiel was just making sure I was alright. I don't have to make such a big deal out of it. Sometimes I just wish he would have a bit more delicacy. She's blushing, but he's not. Lithiel breathed out a long sigh, scratching the back of his head. All right. I'm sorry, okay? But just do me a favor and check if you feel anything unusual, or if any strange marks have appeared on your body. I can't have a casualty in my experiment. Okay, just look away. Lithiel turned around and inspected the mirror, which was now glowing with a gold hue. Meanwhile, Alto examined her body for any signs of abnormality. She sighed in relief when she found none. Wait a second. If he's looking at the mirror, can't he just see her through the mirror? He can look at her still through the mirror, even if his back is to her. Oh, I'm glad nothing bad happened to me. I wonder why Keisha's pin shone all of a sudden, though. Oh yeah. She has this pin and that kept her from dying. Alto took the pin out of her lapel. Skip. Alto, if you're feeling weary, you should stay here and rest. I'll save Keisha, and I'll bring that healer friend of yours when I have the chance. No way, I'm going with you. Are you sure? You'll really be risking your life. Don't worry. Risk is my middle name. What strange parents you have to give you a middle name like that. Oh, Lithiel. It's just an expression. Anyway, I'm going with you, and that's final. I can't let you go by yourself. I mean, you'll get yourself killed the moment you enter. Hey, who do you think Let me be your bodyguard. I'll protect you until you destroy the project. Alto, you... There really is no stopping you, huh? Well, thanks, I guess. Great. Now let's get this portal up and running. Lithiel tinkered with the mirror. Okay, I can skip. Hold on to me. Oh yes, hold on to him. Lithiel didn't need to tell her. She was already clinging onto his clothes as the mirror engulfed them whole. The flux fuse. Yes, the flux fuse. This will be our trump card in destroying the Chrysomalia project. He placed it back in his pocket. I'll personally use this to destroy the generator, but it's something you shouldn't worry about. The last thing I want happening is you and Keisha losing your life as it detonates. But what about you? This body will live somehow. Will it though, Keisha? I mean, Lithiel, will it? I am cursed to what you humans call immortality, after all. All right. Say so. Great. Now, let's head for the laboratory. The true essence of this world? Could it be related to whatever Lithiel said last night? When he said the gods don't exist? Nonsense. I'm skipping, I'm sorry. It might seem a bit like all over the place with all the skipping, but we read it already in Keisha's Root. If you want to see it again, go watch Keisha's Root. After all, these gods don't even exist, right? That notion again. I wonder what it actually means. Well, it seems like you have overstayed your welcome. Don't you dare lay a hand on her! Piero raised his arms, signaling the other members to attack. They simultaneously raised their arms, preparing a binding spell. Lithiel, what do we do? Lithiel rummaged through his bag and took out 2 vials. Brace yourself. We're going to fall. Huh? I refuse to be kidnapped by these people again. Lithiel pulled Alto towards him, clutching her waist. What are you doing? You'll see. Without any warning, Lithiel threw the vials against the floor. The floor exploded as the chemicals collided, making a gaping hole on the floor, and before they knew it, they were plummeting down. Ow, ow, ow. Oi, get off. What is with you and landing on top of me? Even though this body is immortal, you might just be able to crush it with your sheer weight. Hey, that's rude. Alto got up and straightened herself. It's Keisha. It's Keisha. Hi, Keisha. I miss you, Keisha. In front of her was a green-haired stranger, staring at the crumbled ceiling and then at them. Who is he? What an entrance. I thought you said you were going undercover. Change of plans. That mutt found us before we could sneak in. Oh, him. The green-haired man cast a quick shield, blocking his attacks. So, you two were in leagues after all. Master has always suspected it, but I find it hard to believe the two of you were secretly acquainted. Yarrow, stop this. You and I know very well that the Chrismalia Project's sole motive isn't to supply magic to everyone. Whatever we're doing, we're just destroying Gaia's balance in the end. Lithiel placed his hand on the man's shoulder. Save your sweet talk, Keisha. I've tried talking him out of it, but he won't budge. Keisha. No way. So he's really... Is that so? Then it's unfortunate, but we'll have to resort to violence. Lictus's gaze shifted to Alto, and then to Lithiel. It seems like she can be used as a good bargaining chip. You dare. Well, I'm not gonna let myself be reduced to a bargaining chip. Yes, she is. But to entrust me with this... I'm weak, and my flux capacity has been sealed away, while you are a powerful warrior. You've earned my trust, and there's no one else I'd rather entrust this key to. Lithiel... Go. Don't worry about me. Even if you fail, I wouldn't take it out on you. All right. Lithiel suddenly appeared in front of her, blocking the attack with his bare body. Lithiel! Alto watched, too stunned to speak, at the hole in his stomach. What? You idiot! Watch your surroundings more carefully. I'm sorry, but that wound... Aren't you honored to have a god become your personal shield? I'll be fine. Just stop the generator already. All right. Alto inserted the key and watched as it cracked, turned and pivoted around the keyhole as if it were alive. No, the generator! The generator began to whir louder as if overloaded. Great, it worked. Just as expected of my inventions. Now, let's get out of here. From the looks of it, the generator will explode and swallow the entire building. What? The entire building? Then we have no time to waste. Alto helped Lithiel up, supporting his weight as they crept to the exit. Here's the last of my silver blue mist. Lithiel threw his last vial on the ground, creating a smokescreen for them once more. Yet he did not have to do that, as the other members, including Lictus, were too preoccupied in salvaging the overloaded generator. Piero, on the other hand, was on the floor, unmoving. Isha must have knocked him unconscious. Everyone, I've cast a wind tunnel to aid our escape. On the count of 3, jump. Alto's grip on Lithiel tightened, trying her best to carry him. 1, 2, 3. They jumped together as a flurry of snow and wind sent them out of the headquarters. Isha cast a spell, commanding the frosty gale to envelop them. The winds pushed them away from the laboratory, faster than their feet could take them. Alto glanced back, catching a glimpse of the chaos behind them, the exploded generator, the members' screams as they disintegrated with it, the crumbling building. Lithiel gripped her shoulder as if telling her not to look back. Chapter 7, Within Frost or Flowers. Well, that's the title of the game. Or at least, somewhat the title of the game. Can't skip anymore. Lithiel, are you all right? Yes, I'm fine. The snow. Look at you. The great god of knowledge is buried in the snow, unable to move without my aid. Stop teasing and get me out already. All right. Alto helped Lithiel out of the snow, sighing in relief to see that both of them did not sustain any major wounds from the fall. Keisha had done a good job on making sure everyone was safe and sound. But Lithiel, on the other hand... Your wound. Alto gazed at the gaping hole in Lithiel's stomach. His clothes were fully drenched with blood, his skin looking even paler than the snow. Don't look at me like that. I just need to wait for a while before it recovers on its own. But still, it must have hurt. Thanks for protecting me back there, Lithiel. Give him a hug. Just go hug, and then... Is it just me, or is Lithiel not used to being thanked? Lithiel, Alto, are you two alright? Keisha, I'm glad to see that you're fine. As you can see, we all made it out in one piece. Except Lithiel. He sustained a grave injury trying to protect me. That's strange. I thought your recovery process would be faster. It's not, because he's becoming a human so that we can grow old together. Duh. Yeah, I just don't know why it's taking longer than expected. Maybe it's related to what you said last time? About, your body adjusting to Gaia's time? If that's the case, then my body picked a terrible time for adjustment. That's true, it really did. It could also be due to the nature of the flux attack that hit you. Lictus has spent a lot of time researching a potent magic spell that could harm— oh, sorry, that's not Lithiel. That could harm you and slow your recovery process. I don't know whether he has succeeded with it, though. If you were hit by the flux from his research... No, Lithiel... I'll be fine. No such thing should exist. If it did, I would have found out about it long ago. Well, you two rest here first. I need to make sure that there's nothing left of the Chrismalia project, and if there are any survivors. Wait, what are you gonna do to the survivors? Don't tell me you're gonna... There's no way the members could have survived an explosion of that magnitude. And I couldn't care less about them as long as the research materials were destroyed. But there's a possibility that the underground chambers in the fortress are still intact. Just so you know, the Chrismalia project has made unwilling subjects captive in its underground prison. There might be a possibility that some of their test subjects are still alive. Right. So you stay here while I go take a look. I'll stay with you, Lithiel. Fine. Make sure you leave no stones unturned, Keisha. Keisha headed to the burning headquarters, leaving the two alone in the snowy landscape. I wonder where Ellis and Sol are. I hope they're fine. I saw the raven-haired boy leaving earlier, but I didn't see that healer friend of yours. Ellis. So it was true that she joined the Chrismalia project out of her own will. I'm a bit late to realize it now, but it's freezing. Should have asked Keisha to cast a heat spell on us. Yeah. How are you not cold, Keisha? You got your shoulders out. I called him Keisha again. I'm sorry. I meant Lithiel. I'm sorry. Here. Lithiel, who was sitting on a pile of snow, had his arms spread out, looking expectantly at Alto. Here what? Oh, are you offering to warm me up? That's unexpectedly kind of you. Don't be silly. I'm ordering you to offer yourself as my heat source. Sure, Lithiel. What? What kind of gentleman are you to use me like that? And who said I was a gentleman? I'm a god! Yeah, an exiled god who tried to destroy the Sky Realm just because he's bored and a brat. That should have been in there. Just because he's a brat. Shh, keep it down. What? Someone's coming. Sure enough, Alto saw hazy silhouettes approaching them, followed by a series of snow-sloshed footsteps. Who are they? I can't make them out from here. Get down. Despite his injury, Lithiel still had the strength to yank Alto to the ground, wrapping his arms around her protectively. Hey, this is just an excuse to make me your heated pillow, isn't it? Maybe. Oh! Their banter soon faded as the mysterious figures came into view. Most of them looked like knights with their clanking armor, while one was shorter than the others. As Alto squinted, she realized that the shorter one was but a child with pale skin and icy locks, reminding Alto of the distant glaciers. Wait, that uniform, that can't be Lester's soldiers? It seems that they are guarding that kid. I wonder who he is. Is he the last remaining of that group of people? I forget the name of the group of the people who lived in the snowy mountains. That boy smells familiar. We should head back, young master. This place is dangerous.
No one's leaving unless I say so. Now, search this place inside out and rescue any survivors.
All right, but His Majesty is not going to be pleased to see you out in the kingdom like this.
Oh, shut it and do as I say. I'm not leaving until I get to the bottom of this.
Prince Terevska, wait, where are you going?
Prince Terevska? Wait, why does that name sound familiar? Ah, Terevska Albrecht Zorl, the 5th Prince of Leicester. What is he doing at a place like this? When Alto cast her eyes at the scene again, the knights were chasing the young Terevska, running towards the headquarters, until eventually he stopped, staring wide-eyed at a pile of snow. Alto squinted, and when she did, she realized it was no snow after all. In fact, buried under blankets of snow was a young boy, his hair and body so pale that he easily blended in with the frost. Look at that boy. Was he always there? He must be one of the Chalia tribe's children, who were captured as a test subject. To think that there are survivors. So the Chalia tribe has survivors after all. Hey, you there. Are you okay? The poor boy was either shell-shocked or completely frostbitten, unable to speak. All he could do was stare at Terevska with his gray eyes. You must be one of the Snow Ghost tribe, right? The one that's rumored to be extinct? Well, fear not. I'm here to save you. Come on, take my hand. We'll get you out of here. Hesitantly, the boy took his hand, and Terevska lifted him up. The boy was all bones and no flesh. Even from a distance, Alto could see how malnourished he was, and she wondered how he could survive, let alone stand in the bitter cold. What's your name? The boy shook his head, mouthing something inaudible that Alto could not quite catch. What's that? You have no name? Well then, I'll give you a name. Since you look like the frost, I'll call you Frosty. So how'd you like your new name? That's a horrible name. Frosty the Snowman? Are you kidding me? No, that shouldn't be his name. Young master, you can't just... Oh, shut it. My kingdom, my rules. Whatever you say, young master. Phew. At least they didn't seem like bad people. A survivor from the Chalia tribe. How interesting. Oh, there's his little blushy face. It was only then that Alto realized how tightly Lithiel was holding her.
He was literally using her as a heat pack without her realizing it. Alto flushed, not realizing how close they were. She could feel every puff of air Lithiel breathed and hear every dull thump of his heart.
Well, at least I'm not that cold anymore.
They continued watching the scene before them from a distance. Prince Terevska had instructed his guards to wrap Frosty in thick blankets and transport him back to Leicester. That is such an unfortunate name. I'm so sorry, Frosty. You don't deserve that. The newcomers were just leaving when Keisha returned. What's with all the commotion here? Oh. Keisha stared at the two huddled together, wide-eyed. Am I interrupting something? Realizing that Lithiel still had his arms around her, Alto quickly pushed him aside, but perhaps she used too much force as Lithiel almost rolled like a snowball. Ow, what was that for?
You were too close, idiot!
Too close? How am I supposed to use you as a heat source then?
For the last time, I am not a heat source!
You two seem to be getting along. We're not! Yes, whatever you say. I've checked the headquarters and made sure to destroy all research materials left behind. As for the survivors, I'm afraid the only one remaining is the Chalia kid I rescued earlier.
Poor kid. Well, at least it seems like he'll be in good hands.
So, what's the agenda now? Lithiel, are you good to move? Yeah, I'm fit as a fiddle. He rose up and Alto realized that the gaping wound in his stomach is now almost completely closed. I'm returning to the underground library. What are you going to do, Keisha? I have something to take care of in Al-Sharan. I'll join you in the underground library to sort things out, Lithiel. All right. What about you, Alto? Where are you heading off to now?
Oh, me?
Ow, my stomach. Oh, it hurts. I don't know if I can travel with my body in this sorry condition. Is he really doing what I think he's doing right now? Is he trying to make an excuse for her to come with him? He's faking, isn't he? What if I suddenly lose consciousness while crossing the desert and become fodder for the vultures? Oh, what a tragic end indeed. I wonder who caused me such agony. Oh, that's right. If only I hadn't protected a certain clumsy girl, I wouldn't have sustained such a fatal injury. If only someone strong enough with the experience of a warrior could protect me. Look what he's doing, and it's oh my god. Oh, you're such a drama queen, Lithiel. Ever consider being an actor instead?
I think that job would definitely fit him better than a researcher.
Hey, you're mocking the esteemed god of knowledge here.
The exiled god of knowledge.
Doesn't change the fact that I was once a god.
Well, I suppose you did get injured for my sake. It's only right that I'll accompany you back to the underground library. It's not like I have anywhere else to go anyway.
Now, who's the drama queen?
Hey!
Now that that's settled, I suppose this is where we'll part ways. Once I'm done with settling everything, I'll make sure to pay a visit to the underground library. Thanks for all your help, Lithiel. And I can't thank you enough, Alto.
No biggie. I'm just glad you're all right now.
I must thank you for assisting with this plan too. Take care of yourself, Isha. Will do. Well then, I'll see you sometime soon.
He's gone.
Let's get going too. I hate the cold. Now they're gonna live happily ever after.
I think I need to go and clear my head for a bit.
It has been 3 days since the headquarters was destroyed. Alto had been helping Lithiel out of the underground library, entertaining the exiled god's research. The underground library is warm, but it could get a bit too humid in there. Plus, now that Lithiel is forcing me to be his assistant, I'd have to deal with his eccentric experiments. But it's not that bad. I can see myself staying with him for a living. Wait, what am I saying? Oh, it's not like that at all. Oh, but what am I... But I suppose it has been pretty fun so far. Oh, if only we didn't eat silver bloom soup every day. Alto continued with her stroll, enjoying the solitude the night had provided. It was always empty in this unnamed forest, save for the active desert critters howling throughout the dusk. Sometimes she wondered how Lithiel could live in such a desolate forest all by himself. Perhaps he liked the solitude. Alto, wait up.
Lithiel.
Why do you have to run so fast?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were following me. But anyway, can't a girl have her privacy? Do you have to follow me around everywhere?
Knowing your sense of direction, you're bound to get lost. I can't lose my only assistant now, can I?
Lithiel. That's a roundabout way of saying you're worried for me.
Yeah, I was worried. Worried that you'll somehow set the forest on fire if left unsupervised. You're a walking hazard, and I can't let you roam freely in fear that you'll single-handedly destroy my ecosystem.
Who do you think I am? Of course I won't do that.
Safety first.
You...
Anyway, take this. Lithiel had stuffed a spoonful of bitter-tasting herb into Alto's mouth without any warning. Alto tried her best not to gag, but the mere taste of it had almost made her throw up.
Ugh, what was that?
There's plenty more of that coming your way. Now say, ah. Holding one spoon in one hand and a jar of God knows what in his other hand, Lithiel gave his hand a playful twirl before thrusting the spoon towards Alto's mouth.
No, I am not eating that... What the heck even is that?
It's a medicine to help your body recover quickly. Don't worry, it's specially concocted by me, so I can vouch for its effective remedy.
Your concoctions are precisely why I'm worried.
Hey, are you doubting the fruits of my research? Now hurry up and open your mouth.
No!
Huh, it sounds like you want me to resort to other measures to feed you. What other measures?
What other means?
Ha, gotcha. Oh. Taking advantage of Alto's surprise, Lithiel shoved the spoon into her open mouth, earning a disgusted cry from the girl. She coughed repeatedly before eventually settling down.
You jerk!
It's for your own good. There's no need to thank me. It's only right that I pay close attention to my faithful assistant and help her when she's sick.
Huh?
You have a fever, don't you? You've been acting ditzier than before, ever since we returned from Chalea. You're not used to the extreme cold, so it's obvious your body is weakened and is susceptible to diseases. The concoction I've given you should increase your body's resistance and regulate your body temperature. Make sure you take another spoonful again tomorrow.
Huh. Surprisingly perceptive. I thought I hid it quite well, but he seems to have realized that I was feeling sick recently. Thanks, Lithiel.
As I said, there's no need to thank me. Besides, it's a new concoction that I made and I only have you to test it on.
Huh? What did you say? Nothing. Suspicious.
Anyway, where are you going?
Nowhere in particular. I was just taking a stroll.
Huh. I see.
If you have something to say, just say it.
Lithiel lightly touched Alto's cheeks and she winced in pain. There's a cut on your face. I hope it won't leave a scar.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Must have been when the vial I handled exploded suddenly. But don't worry, it's just a small graze. I'm sure it will heal quickly.
You should know your place, mortal. Unlike me, you lot are a fragile bunch. Even leaving an open cut like this could kill you if contaminants enter your bloodstream. Do I really need to teach you how to take care of yourself?
No thanks, I'm good.
Then come with me. I'll apply some ointment to that cut.
Thanks, Lithiel.
Aww, he's taking care of her because he loves her.
Lithiel.
Hmm?
This isn't the way back to the underground library, is it?
I never said we were returning. We're going to a spot I frequent. It's got nice scenery, and I usually sit there whenever I need to think. Come, we're nearly there.
Okay.
Along the way, Lithiel plucked a silver bloom from a bush, causing mist to swallow the area almost instantly.
Hey, what was that for?
You'll see. Oh, he's taking... Oh, it's beautiful! Soon they arrived at a clearing where the trees thinned, the forest canopy replaced with the sight of star-populated sky.
Pretty. I didn't know there was such a sight in this gloomy forest.
Now sit. He patted the tree stump, and although an alto hesitantly sat on it. Look at me. Lithiel gently held her chin and rotated her face to his direction so that her gaze was directly in line with his. Oh my god, I love the trope when the love interest cleans the other love interest's wounds. Oh my god. The feels.
Oh, too close.
Don't move. He carefully applied an ointment on Alto's cheeks, its initial chilliness surprising her. With Lithiel's face hovering so close in front of her, she couldn't help but feel her face growing warmer, and it was not because of the fever.
Calm down, me.
There, all done. You should take better care of yourself. Even though you're a seasoned warrior, you're still a woman.
Woman, huh? I didn't know he even considered me as one. Didn't he used to call me wild monkey or kid all the time?
You've been awfully quiet. Did the fever get to your head? Please tell me if you're about to pass out. I don't have the strength to carry your heavy body back.
And he's back. Just when I thought he was being nice for once. No, I'm fine. Thanks for treating my cut, Lithiel. What ointment did you use anyway? Is it another one of your concoctions?
No, it's just this. Lithiel opened his hand and showed her a crushed silver bloom, its stem separated from the pistil. As Alto squinted, she noticed a silver liquid oozing out of its sepal?
Wait, don't tell me.
Silver blooms aren't only useful for breakfast, but they can also act as natural adhesives and can help close wounds faster. I've applied some to the edges of your cut. It should form a scab that keeps contaminants away to prevent infection.
Oh yeah, I think I've read this somewhere before in Lithiel's library. Thanks, Lithiel. It sure is a multifaceted flower, huh? These silver blooms.
Yeah. The product of my research. Gotta be the best invention I've ever made. Alto nearly fell from the tree stump.
You made the silver blooms?
Huh? Well, yeah. I grew this entire forest from the ground up. It used to be just a desolate desert a few hundred years ago. Why are you so surprised? Forests don't just start growing from nothing, you know.
Forgive me. This is the first time I've actually in awe of your accomplishments.
Wow.
For once, I am aware that I am standing in the presence of an actual god.
That's right. Now bask in my presence.
Yes, O mighty god of knowledge, Lithiel.
Ooh. On second thought, don't call me by that title. It brings back unwanted memories.
Alright. But speaking of which, didn't you once say the gods don't exist in Gaia? You said you were human once.
Did I say that? I don't think I did. You must be hearing things.
Don't lie to me. You clearly blurted it out and said it was a slip of the tongue.
Oops, busted.
But it's alright if you don't want to talk about it. I was just curious, I guess.
My life as a human, huh? To be honest, I don't remember it all that well. And to tell you the truth, the other gods aren't aware of this fact like I am.
They're not?
They're not. The moment we turned into gods and were brought to the Sky Realm, all our memories as humans were erased.
Then how did you...
The sacred Memoria told me. It's a book that contains the true history of this world, recording each and everyone's birth up to the moment of their death. Every human's activities, every grain of sand. It's all recorded in the sacred Memoria. Man, that must be a big book.
Same book you tried to destroy?
The very same.
I see. The other gods made the right choice to exile him.
Anyway, that day the Memoria showed me fragments of my memories as a human. It didn't do a good job of showing me the happiest memories, that's for sure. But I couldn't care less about what happened a millennia ago. There's no need to dwell on history. I'm more interested in what the future has in store for me, and in what I can do at the moment. Oh, you mean like marry Alto? What is it? If you think I'm about to reveal more of the Sky Realm's secrets, you won't get any more information from me. I make a strict rule not to divulge any secrets that could jeopardize the order of this world. Knowing the truth won't bring you anywhere anyway.
No, that's not it. I just think that you told me what I needed to hear the most.
Yeah?
I've been thinking about my past with Ellis and Soul, and how badly I want to return to the old days again. But deep down, I know that as time ticks, we're all bound to change. Nothing ever stays stagnant. Soul and I were so caught up with rescuing Ellis that we didn't even stop to realize that maybe she has discovered her calling and joined the project out of her own will. Despite her cheerful attitude, Ellis has always felt like her life was controlled and trapped inside that village, like a bird in a cage. She has never said it out loud, but both Soul and I know that deep down, Ellis has always wanted to break free. And as long as she's in the village, she'll never get to see the outside world. It's my own wish to bring her back, but it's not necessarily what she wants. Sorry for the long rant. It's just been on my mind for a while.
No, go on. I'm listening.
That's it, actually. I feel so much better now. Thanks for listening to me, Lithiel. I guess you weren't wrong when you said that this place is good for thinking. My thoughts flow out like a river here.
So, have you thought about what you want to do for yourself? Yes, marry you.
Me?
Look around. Is there anyone here besides you? All my wounds have closed. I'll be completely healed by tomorrow. Nothing's keeping you here any longer. If you ever want to leave this place, just let me know and I'll escort you to El Sharon.
She doesn't want to leave you, though. Well, I'm not sure where to go after this. I haven't thought about where to go. The Chrismalia project is destroyed, and Ellis is free and so is Keisha. But as for me, I've always lived with the goal of finding Ellis in mind. But now that that's accomplished, I don't know what to do for myself. Unlike you, I think it's a bit scary thinking about the future.
Lithiel rose up, ruffling Alto's hair.
Hey, what was that for?
Stop. Oh, I love my heart, my soul. Soul, look how he's looking at her. Oh, the babies. I love them. Thinking doesn't suit a wild monkey like you, so don't stress yourself over it. Don't worry, I'm not kicking you out. You don't have to rush on making a decision. If you do, you might end up falling into a pit of regret later on. Lithiel, we're never leaving you ever. We're staying here forever and ever and ever. Even though you're just a measly human, you've done a lot for me, and I can't express my gratitude enough. I'm no longer a god, and I can no longer wield magic, so I can't do much for you. But from now on, my home is your home, and I'll always welcome you with open arms. Stop. Be still, my beating heart. I love everything about the fluff. This entire forest, my underground library, every petal of the silver blooms, I'm sharing them with you. Even if you leave this place and feel weary one day, you can always come back. And I promise I'll be here to listen to your stories. Lithiel, we're never leaving you ever. After you said all that, how could we ever leave you? Ever, literally. Never.
Lithiel. Thank you.
So take your time in exploring what you want to do. And until you find your answer, you'll be sticking with me as my loyal slave... assistant.
I heard that. But yeah, I guess for now I'll continue being your assistant. It's been fun. Plus I get to hone my crafting skills. Maybe one day I'll be the best craftswoman in the world.
Sounds good.
Nobody comebacks this time?
No, because he wants you there too. I wouldn't bother. You'll never beat me when it comes to crafting anyway. After all, I'm 1,000 years more experienced than you are. A puny little girl like you would never match my skills. I'll make you eat those words. Make him eat those words by kissing him, maybe. Yeah, try me. Do it, do it, do it. Kiss, kiss, kiss. The two continued bickering as usual, but this time the magic of Lithiel's forest made him look kinder, letting Alto see every ounce of his humanity behind his magenta eyes. He was no god to her. He was just a regular human being like herself, with a knack for initiating banters. And perhaps that was just what she needed. No fancy magic, no wild adventures, no ambition in mind. It was just her, a fussy scholar, and a place she could call home. Stop, that was beautiful. At Lithiel's ending, library, sweet library. Anyway, that is the end of Frost and Flowers. That is the end of the game. I do want to take a moment to thank the creator Elseth, who created this amazing game, the beautiful art, the amazing story. I loved every second of it. Let's be honest. My favorite character is Lithiel, of course. But yeah, I definitely think if you think maybe you want to go play it yourself, maybe get see the other, the bad endings that I didn't see or I didn't get, you should definitely download the game and play it yourself if you're this sort of thing. It's so good. But yeah, I mean, after playing them all, I do think Keisha's route was still my favorite. However, Lithiel was my favorite character. So I really liked the ending of Lithiel's route, and I feel like that's a good ending for Alto. Like she just has this sense of normalcy, and I like the bickering banter between them. I just wish they would have kissed at the end. That's my only qualm with it. Okay, but yeah, I really really enjoyed this game like immensely. um, and yeah, that is the end of the game. So, thank you so much for watching this game with me. I really enjoy Otome games and games like visual novel games like this that have the romance aspect. It is probably my favorite genre. So I will definitely be playing more, whether they're indie Otome games or licensed Otome games. I'm going to be playing them all. But what's happening? I was like, wait, what? Anyway, I was about to say goodbye, but then this happened. Ugh.
Piero! Oh, thank the gods you're all right.
Ellis, where are we?
We're close to Lister territory. I was looking for lodging, but I didn't see any along the way.
You carried me all the way here?
Who else would, dummy?
You're a strong woman, all right.
Say, now that the Chrismalia project is over, what are you going to do? You won't give up on your ambition, will you?
Though it's true, I still long for a world where everyone can use flux. With the project destroyed, I would have to start from square one. Though that's alright. I've never agreed with Lictus's methodologies to begin with. But as for now... Piero lay his head on Ellis's shoulder, heaving a long sigh. I'm tired. Now that we're free from the project, I think I'd rather spend my life with you than pursuing my ambitions. The sorcerer wrapped his arms around Ellis's waist. Oh. So, have you thought of a name for our child? She's pregnant. She's pregnant. Oh my gosh, that video, literally my favorite video on the whole internet. I just had to put that out there. Girl, she's gonna have a baby. Ellis's cheeks burned a bright red and she swatted Piero's arm away.
What kind of question is that? It's still too early.
I was just teasing you.
Jeez.
But it's only a matter of time now, right?
Huh?
I mean, I couldn't imagine starting a family with anyone else other than you.
Piero.
I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused, Ellis, including what I've done to your friends. But you know what would happen to me if I dared disobey Lictus's commands.
No.
Come on, don't look so sad. I'm sure they're fine. Piero gently took Ellis's hand in his. Two continued walking under the flurry of snow.
No, Piero. I've actually been thinking about it.
About what?
A name for our child.
Eh? But that was just a joke.
If I had a boy, then it's Eric. If it's a girl, then... Erica.
Girl, seriously? How do you come up with those names?
Hey, I've been thinking about it for a long time, okay?
Sounds like you're more enthusiastic about this family thing than I was, Ellis.
What is that supposed to mean?
Eric. Erica. I suppose it's not too bad. They'll grow up to be as wise and as strong as their mother, no doubt about it.
I hope that they aren't as stubborn as their father.
Ellis.
Oh, that was a nice little tidbit in there. I liked that. We got to see what happened to
Ellis and Piero. But thanks for playing in Frost and Flowers and hope you enjoyed the game. I did enjoy the game. Thank you so much for making it. I really enjoyed it so much. I'm so glad I found it. I don't even remember where I found it. It might have been on like a Reddit. It might have been on Reddit. The Otome game Reddit community, whatever it's called. I don't know. But I really did enjoy this game a lot. I love Otome games. I'm definitely going to play more. So thank you so much for watching. Um, if Elseth, if you're watching this, I don't know. If you ever make a new game, I will be on it. I'm going to play it 100%. Just so you know, you have a fan in me. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story of this game. And I will see you in another video. Bye bye.